Hello! I think the mic is working. I'm looking at the sound bar in the top left and the bottom left corner on my Twitch studio. So I got some tea here. No, actually, sorry. This is just hot water. There's no tea in here, actually. It's just I'm used to saying tea around this time because it's lunch. Yeah. So today we're finally gonna add typing answer support. I've been saying tomorrow for a very long time, but nothing is impossible, so we're just gonna do it, and we're gonna stop talking about doing it and actually do it. So I've been thinking, and I'm gonna implement a proof of concept, push that out on the dev server, and then ask people for feedback. Let me show you the proof of concept. So so actually I updated my GitHub. Let me show that to you too. So here you can see on the left hand side I have my GitHub profile. I just updated it. I found a secret feature. Let me know in the chat how the audio is. I think it might be a little bit too loud, but I don't know. Let me know. So there's actually a hidden feature on GitHub. I'm not gonna ruin it for you. Figure out how to do it so you can get your own README file, which is actually pretty cool, right? So let me edit it. I'm gonna add a paragraph here. What was it? Was it n equals to center there? We're gonna close that p tag up. Center link to notion2anki. Would be nice to change it to the image, but for now we're just gonna fix that. Isn't this nice? I like it. I think it turned out to be good. Cool. So yeah, let's leave that and then get back to work. So here in Notion I have the I don't know what I'm going to call this. I just have a sample page which we're going to use. And if you make the text recursive, so if you use Command I, it's going to become a little bit tilted. You can't really see that, but let me show example and then tilted or italic as it's called. You can see it bends a little bit. So that's what we want to use for the typing answers. And if you're not familiar with the typing answers, it's basically a feature in Anki where you can make the user type stuff. And we can actually, let's export this and then turn that into a typing. So we're just gonna export to HTML. And let me see. Prefix is something I'm gonna consider adding support for, but let's not do that right now. It's a feature I want to have personally. It's a really nice feature. I hope I can fix it eventually. So let's run yarn dev server, and it's going to be on localhost port. I don't like this message. Let's go to the server and running on. Let's change that to HTTP localhost and then there. That's going to be. I like that message. It's a little bit nicer. Server print out the protocol and yarn dev server, then we're gonna get the full link. This way we can always just copy it or click it. You can follow the link with command click, but let's just open it up here, and something is definitely broken. What is broken? Subreddit. Oh yeah, I forgot to build probably. Yarn build. I haven't used this version in a long time. So normally I use the Webpack server, not the Express server. So the Express server is more closer to what we have in production. Actually, let me fix another thing I wanted to fix immediately. There was the welcome video. I want to change it out with a new video from Alp, the close deletion one. In my opinion, that one was nicer. So let's find this. I'm hoping actually that Ali Abdul is gonna go to the website eventually and then check it out. So it would be cool if we can use this version. So let's look at the index.html, and do we have any on stage? No, everything is there. No, it's not index, it's home page something. And let's see, what are we gonna, yeah, what's it called? Welcome, I think. Welcome. Let's change it from welcome to main, or hero video. This way we can use something appropriate for the title too. Hero video, because I want to be able to change this a lot. Hero video title. Hero video. There, we're going to change that so we can prop hero video title equals to there. Bam. So we want to use this one. Let me actually just commit that first separately. Homepage, move the hero video fields, use the hero video as properties. There. Now we should change it. Let's take that one. It's not going to be welcome anymore. It's going to be this one. The welcome one is nice, but I want this one. This one is a little bit better, I think, because it shows close deletion, and that's the default. So we actually want people to see that. So let me just try that, and let's run the build. Actually, let's run yarn dev. We don't want to. We'll go back to Webpack. I don't want to deal with this other stuff. It takes too much time. There, and we can see that it loads that video. So if we hit play,
hey guys,
I love it. Great.
It's Sunday and I just did a track workout. Feels great. I hope
feels great, exactly. So let's commit that. We're gonna say homepage, use the close deletion video. Let's thank Alp here. Thanks Alp for your contribution, it's very much appreciated. Let's see, what else do we have? I totally forgot. What were we doing? We were trying to add something. What was that? Yeah, we're gonna convert. We're gonna do first the typing stuff manually. So let's go to create and let's upload. We're just gonna say experiment with typing answers. I think that this should work now. We should have fixed most of the deck name bugs I made. Let's see. Convert. And what happened? Oh yeah, so this won't work because because there's a front and back issue. Just have to think how we're gonna fix this. So if we go back here, I really don't want to implement a lot of the feature set, so let's actually go back to Notion and fix it in there. So we're just gonna say, just copy it the same, right? There, we just do that. It's not perfect, but we just need something there because we're gonna edit this manually in Anki, and then we can get back. So if we refresh and let's pick this, the new one, 1216 exactly. It converts, and let's open it up in. Did it download? I don't think it downloaded. Finder. No, it doesn't look like. Click to download. There, now it downloaded. So in Anki we should be able to import this file. Let's see if we can just import it. Gångertabellen, exactly. Yeah, so this is the card, right? It's very, what do we call it? Very basic. So it's the multiplication table. We want to be able to type this answer, so I'm going to edit this card. I'm not sure if the edit field shows up in the stream. I don't think so. So let me just quickly edit it out. So I'm going to change the a field, and then I'm going to say type, then 0, right? So we need a custom field then, it looks like. Let's actually go to the Anki manual. So I think we have it here in the useful links. Anki manual. Typing. I don't remember what it's called, answers. I think we have to go to GitHub and then look at the issue, because we had an issue here somewhere about let's go to GitHub here and find. Oh, nice, we have 10 stars. That's actually pretty cool. Let me post that on Discord soon. So let me find the answers part. Support checking your answers. That's what we want. So that's the issue. We need a field. Can we do it without a field? No. Yes, we're gonna discard the changes. So it's not possible without. We have to do some kind of some work on our side. So let's look at the create close. If we look at the model stuff, here is our close model. I really don't like that we have these IDs here. This is really bad. What kind of ID is this? This is so embarrassing. I wonder how I came up with this crap. Oh, yeah, we can't ever change this. Or actually, we could introduce a new one, but we have to make sure we don't collide with this ID. So, yeah, so we can actually change this. But I'm kind of worried that people might, yeah, maybe someone is relying on this behavior. So that's scary. We can't change that. Ever, probably. So, let's see. What we could do is we could create a new model. Hmm. Hmm. I'm just thinking, like, we can't change the default behavior. That's not going to happen. So I was considering maybe we could add it to the close model, because the way I think about it in my head, the implementation is going to be very, you can only do it typing answers if that's what you want. So this way we can clear the separations, like the concerns are separated properly. But what if you want to mix close and input answers like they're showing in the manual? I think that's probably a valid expectation for some users, but I don't think we can support it in the initial proof of concept. This is like if we have an idea of how we can do it and it works, then we can polish it. So it's more important to get the version out as soon as possible than and also preferably we like it to be very visually easy to understand. So if you look at Notion again, we don't want something like this. I'll show it to you. We don't want this here, for example, where 3 times 3 and then the answer in here 9. That's not what we want. I don't like that. It's very ugly. What we want is 3 times 3 equals to 9, and then make the 9 recursive there. Maybe we could even make it underline. Yeah, let's do that. Oh yeah, I actually like that better. Underline looks much nicer. And there's no ambiguity, and it's one shortcut key. Command U. Oh, sweet. Love it. This is actually better. This is better. But I don't know how it looks in the parsing. We'll figure out how it looks in the parsing. So, I think we probably want to create our own temp model for this, I think. And we're gonna say that you have to fix the screen brightness there. You have to pick one. You can't mix it. In the first implementation, you're not able to mix it. Let's say that. Okay. Then we need an example. So let's take the basic model and let's and we're gonna call this input model. We're gonna change the ID to no ID online. Let's make this only a number, so only alphabet. This is fine. There might be some length issues on the number, but we'll figure those out. And we're gonna call this the front. And then the back. And then we're gonna add another here, and then we're gonna call this the input. Right? And my media is just for images, so let's look at the name. Goes to templates. Oh, you can have multiple templates. That's actually pretty cool. We can maybe clean up the templates later. So default is format. And what was the Anki? Let's look at the manual. It's going to be front. And then I think we need a BR here. This is for compatibility with older Anki versions. And we're going to say type and then our input, I guess. And then the answer format is going to be... why does it say front side? The hell is front side? Oh, it's just the actual front. I see. Yeah, whatever. Super confusing. So front side is the same. B field is the back, and then yeah, let's also add the input, I guess. No, let's skip the input altogether. I think that's fine. This should work. And when do we want to use the input model? Let's look at the other one's basic model. Oh, yeah, this is funny. We can't just do it this way. We need to look at I'm gonna export, let me show it to you. We need to look at the metadata, or not metadata, but the actual payload from the page, so we can parse it. I don't know how it looks like, so we have to actually check. So there we have it, and let me open it up here, so you can also see it on the stream. I think I'm gonna, let me just add it somewhere here. Do we have some HTML somewhere here? Yeah, let's put it in the, in the fixtures maybe. Fixtures. So you can see it too. Let's see. So here's the HTML payload. Let's reformat it. Format document there. So we can see inside of the HTML structure here we have, let's see. EM. It looks like it's just EM. Let's look it up. EM tag, MSDN. The emphasis element. No, that's not the one. Can't be. Did I export the wrong file maybe? Let me try again. It has to be a mistake. Because it's obviously underlined there. So if we export this, I'm just gonna export it in the background and then open it up. Let's look at it. What? It definitely looks like yeah, it looks like they're using EM. That's actually gonna make it much easier. Text decoration, underline. Yeah, we can work with this. So let's go to the upload page. It's getting messy in the upload page. I don't like that, but I don't have any other ideas, and I want to get this out as soon as possible and get feedback on it. So we're gonna do it this way, and then we'll figure out later how to improve it. And we're gonna call this input mode. Input mode, and then enable input. Let's just say that. And then disable input. Change them up. Check something, and we're gonna say what we need to do the same wording like Anki has it, so people understand it. What did Anki say here? Type. Let me just sit up straight. Have some water. Breathe. Feels good. So, checking your answers. Treat, underline, or enable check answers. Oh, it's the reverse. Don't check answers. Enable checking answers. We'll figure out a better phrasing. I just need something up. And actually, let's go to font awesome and find an icon. I think we need a keyboard or something. Keyboard. I don't know what kind of icons are we using. Let me look in the existing one. Where is it? So we're using the ones without fill. So let's be consistent. We'll use this one, and we're gonna set it here. So where is it? FR. Oops. FA keyboard. There. That should give us the icon we want. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, looks good. And then yeah, so we can add descriptions later. Actually, let's add a description right now. Subtitle. Input mode is a useful feature for verifying spelling, I guess, and writing skills. You can use it for foreign words, answering math problems, etc. We should add a video for it also. So let's go to the parser. Let's see, what's it called? Toggle mode. Const. Yeah, what are we gonna say? input mode equals to self.settings input mode. If the input mode equals to what was it again? Actually, let's just look in the DOM here. We can check the DOM, no worries. So it's the options are disable input, which is the default. Actually, I came up with something. No, I wanted to add an emoji, but I will do that later. Input mode, so if input mode equals to enable input, then we want to this is going to be a little bit tricky to do. Parse the card, replace all occurrences of EM and input. What's it called? Input. I don't remember what we called it. We have to check the create close script. Oh, it's just input. That was easy. Just input. Okay, so let's add. Yeah, we need to split this up. One, parse the card for M's. Two, replace all occurrences of M with input. 3, set the card.input to the value of there. So we need to fix that. That's going to be a parsing stage. So we have to experiment until we figure it out. Yeah, let's see. We need a sample size. So if we go back to this document which we had up somewhere here, we can parse this tree. We know this is correct, right? So we can take this and let's actually just use Vim for this case. X.imba, set paste, bam. We're gonna say const input equals to this. Actually, this is not valid, so let me. You're gonna crash. Yeah, you're gonna crash. There. And we're gonna include the Cheerio, or just import Cheerio from Cheerio. I think that's gonna be fine. We're gonna set up our DOM, const DOM equals to DOM dot. Wait, it's the Cheerio.load. I don't remember. Let's see, deck.imba. Cheerio.load, that's it. Input, bam. Let's just log this out, DOM. Need to take baby steps here. So we need to replace this. So we have, let's actually walk through the tree. So we have our unordered list. Inside it we have a list item, And inside of that list item we have details, and then we have a summary. So what we need to do is we need to capture this part, and then we need to replace it with curly braces, type colon input, close curly braces, close curly braces. If that went too fast for you, this is what we need to do. We need to traverse that and then take this EM9 and then transform it to this here. So type input, and then that should be enough, because we're gonna set the card input to equal to 9, like this. So when Anki sees this, it will actually create the input field and everything for us. Yeah. That should work. Now we just have to figure out how we're gonna get it to work. So let me look at the deck parser here, because we've done some similar stuff, I just don't remember it. See, close. Maybe we can look at how we did the close deletion. Maybe that's our hint. Okay, has close deletions. I don't remember this code at all. When did we write this stuff? If self.use close, self-handle close deletions, that's what we want. Handle close deletions. I think that's what we want. So we're gonna change it just a little bit. Def handle close deletions. Yeah, we're gonna do it in here. Let's copy this here. I think that's the implementation is so close that it doesn't make any sense to try to reinvent the wheel there. It's gonna be duplicated code, but it's fine for now. Handle. Let's change it. Treat underline as input. So gets the input. We're gonna look for EMs, and let me check something here. Actually, I like that phrasing. Let's go. Checking answers. Treat underline as input. And then we can just to emphasize it, we can use a span here. And let's set the tech decoration to underline there. Let's take a look at this. Oh, that doesn't work in there, maybe. Probably doesn't work. Let's try. We can see if it works. Text decoration underline. Background red. No, that doesn't work. So we'll just remove this. Yeah. Cool. If we get back to we get the M's, and let's change that to underlines. Underlines to teach do I blah blah. old is EM. New value is going to be to think. This is in the parse tree, we're inside of the loop, we're going through, and it's not correct. It can't be correct because we need to rewrite it a little bit differently. So take this part, then we'll just add a blank in the middle there, and then take this part, oops, there. I don't know why it just randomly jumped, but it did. So here we want to say type equals to colon and just input. That should be enough. Yes. But the question is like, where is V? Treat underline as input. Let's look at handle close deletions. Where is it being called? If card name I don't like this. This is going to be very messy. So we have at least two locations. One is on the front, the other is on the back. Okay, I see. So we have to change this a little bit. Where is the toggle? No, the input. So we'll take this, take that with us, and then we'll put that here. And put that here. If input mode equals to enable input, no, I don't like that at all. Do not like it. Let's see. If the way I'm trying to implement it now means that we can mix the card types, and that's problematic because that means we have to do some regression testing, and we don't have the infrastructure yet in the code base to support that kind of thing, unfortunately. So this means that we have to disable I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like this. This is not good. This sounds really crappy the way we're implementing it right now. Yeah, we're going to implement it separately, so unfortunately we have to do it this way. If self.enable input, looks fine. And we're going to clean up the paragraph, but I'm just going to add it here for now. There. And treat underline as input. There. Okay, so if we go back to the deck and we look at the parse tree, or the parsing stages, so self.enable input, if self.enable input, input, it's only possible that the one of the other, then card name equals to that's it, and then there. That's going to give us exactly what we want. We can clean it up later. Let me change it to a let instead of a const. Blah blah. Seems fine. Let's see. I could actually just separate them. There's a potential edge case there if a user mixes multiple underlines, but I don't think that makes sense in practice, so we'll have to see what happens in that case. Let me copy this part here so we can look at it. Treat. Info, that's what it's going to equal to, self.treat underline as input, card.name, card name equals to input, info.mango, card.input equals to input info.answer. That's going to create our requirements there. Handle close deletions. We also need this for the back side, so I need to fix that card back. Card back. Card.input. Nice. Starting to stage stuff. I think this might work actually on the first try, but we never know. What is input mode? That's something we added earlier, which we dropped, right? So let's find it here. Delete that, and I think we need to restart the server. Let me rename this terminal server. Bam. Looks good. Moment of truth has come. Does this work? Input experiment. I'll just refresh just in case. There. Then we'll pick treat underline as input. And we'll pick that one and convert. Let's see. Click to download. This looks very promising, but we never know with these kinds of things. Here back in Anki we're gonna open it, so let's open it. Was it this one? I think it was this one. I don't remember. Which one was it? Input experiment, this one. Let's look at the card template. Cards. That's interesting. Oh yeah, we haven't written all of the code yet. The card generation code is missing, of course. Silly me, forgot to write the code. So let's get back here. We have the input model. It's not being used. So we can say deck.cardType is equal to that, and if we create close, if yeah, so it's picking the basic model. So yeah, we have to look this up. I'm forgetting it like straight away. If let's just copy this and go back here. We'll paste it in so we can see it in front of us. So this case is when we don't have a close. If not, the close markers and because a user could have the intention of creating a deck with only close and then they forget it, so we have to handle that case. It's good. I have to take a break soon. So let's change that. If the user has no close markers and the card type is not enable input, then we want to do this stuff. So else we'll change the fields to equal to let's just copy this stuff here. And I obviously don't remember it, so let's go here. It's the name is input. And so front back input. So it's going to be card and then the input, right? And everything else is the same. Do we need to change anything else? No. So the default is close. That's the assumption. But if it's if there's no close markers and we haven't enabled input, then it's gonna do this behavior, right? So cool. There might be some potential bugs in here, but we just have to try and see what happens. So this is gonna be a card, then card type, I guess. Equals to there. The moment of truth has come. And before we do it this time, I think we should clean up the... Well, my hand feels a little bit tense. Need to stretch it out. We are going to clean up the Anki just a little bit. It's getting very messy here. Let's delete that. delete that, and that, and that. Yeah, I think that's enough. Then we can, here, let's convert again. Oh, we get a different error, that's a good sign. Card type. Let's look at the JSON payload. It should have never triggered this actually. Right. Card type. Yeah. So there are no markers and the card type is not equal to enable input. What does it say? I don't understand the error message. Key error, card type. What am I missing? Let's just restart and see if there was maybe a caching issue or something. No, there's definitely not a caching issue. Something is wrong somewhere. If not, the close marker. I don't think we can make the assumption enable input. Let's see. Key error, card type. How can that be a key error? Ah, of course, it's the deck. My bad, my bad. It's the data here. Yeah, that's something else. I totally missed that. Let's first check we didn't break anything. Regression testing. That looks good. We can check that later closely. So let's go up, pick the treat underline as input, and then pick our there and convert. Amazing. Let's see. Moment of truth has come. Are we ready? Oh yeah, sorry, I totally forgot to switch the screen. I'm sorry guys. I was experimenting in the background and you really couldn't see anything, so sorry. So I should be able to open it now in Anki. I may open it here in Anki, so it's called the Gangetabellen. Something is definitely off. Let's look closer. Looks like it's still the wrong one. Let's go back to the VS Code browser. And I think I'm going to delete all of them just to make sure we have a clean slate again. And then let's refresh. Maybe I forgot to hit convert or something. It's always possible to make a silly mistake like that. So here in Anki we can just go clean up a little bit again. Let's delete all of them. We're gonna go there. And I think I'm gonna take a break any moment now. Feeling very tired. Let's see. Oh, empty. Cool. So I'm gonna open the deck. Moment of truth has come. So it looks different now. No, it's still using the wrong. Let me maybe check the database, and then tools, check media, empty cards. Yeah, delete unused ones. Yes. Okay, so I have to go back to the code. There's something, probably a silly mistake somewhere here, because I see. I forgot to change the model. Model equals to input model. Why does it say close there? It's kind of weird. Let's see. Refresh. Go up here. Treat underline as input. Bam. Bam. Convert. Looking good. And I'm gonna open it in Anki here. Let's see. Front, back. No. It's using the right names, but there's still stuff that's missing here. I don't know. Yeah. If we look at the code again, which one of them is with the front and back? Front, right? Only one. Maybe we have to call the template something else. Card. notion2anki. Input card. Yeah, let's try that one and then see what happens. And then we're gonna take a break because I'm getting very tired. Let's call it testo. Testo. And we're gonna pick the treat underline as input. Hit convert. Download. Open up testo. Go back. Let's go to Anki. Bam. Testo. Oh, something is weird. So looks like it doesn't create the input field. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it here. Maybe type is only supposed to be in the template. There. Save. Close. Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, so I want to try one more time and then we'll take a break. So front, back, input. and then type input. Yeah, that should work. Then let's look at it here. Treat underline as input. New value is just empty, so input mango card input. Yeah, I think this is the final attempt, and then we'll take a break. So let's call this break time. Break time. Treat underline as input. There. Convert. Click to download. Break time. Bam. And let's go. Make sure we get that there. No. It's still providing us with some weird stuff. Did I restart the server now? Not quite sure I did. Just gonna restart it in the background, and then before we do that, maybe clean up this part. So I'm gonna take that, bam, 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 and let's look at it here. Oh, I must have done something wrong. Okay, I promise now it's the final, and then we'll take a break. You can continue doing this all day. We want to treat underline as input. Convert. Click to download. I think I figured it out. I think there's a issue there with the code where if the close is not being used, think this is the bug. I have to remove this Unki exporter. I was planning on removing it anyway, so it's actually fine. Let's see, get the source, remove, let's delete these files, and then yarn dev. The moment of truth has come. Does this even work? Let's see, Notion, no, you want to go back to Unki, my bad. So first we want to clean it up. Let's delete the previous one. Who knows how many attempts this has been now. And then we want to go to VS Code browser, bam, bam, refresh, make sure let me triple check that we are actually running the latest, bam, there. And before we pick our file, we need to make sure we have our card type to treat underline as input. And let's convert that one, and we get a crash, of course. Oh, that's fine. I think it crashed because it was expecting a file, but the file was never sent due to backwards compatibility stuff. But we don't, I think we are already backwards compatible, so open to, no, that's not what we want. I mean, make sure treat underline as input. Maybe we should save this configuration stuff somewhere. Yeah, we should definitely do that. We're still crashing. What is it now? There. So it's just the difference between the deck type and the card type. It's mixing them up. It's yeah, kind of silly. Let's see. We'll go here. We'll pick this, convert it, and what do we get now? Key error. Yeah, we have a typo here. It's uppercase letter. It should be input like that. I wish I could see all of these errors during runtime. No, compile time or build time run before the runtime. But we're gonna get them all. Let's see. There. This is a very good sign. Okay, the moment of truth has come. Do you want to become a millionaire? It's that was a TV show in Norway. I used to say that. Moment of truth has come. And we're gonna open this file in Unki. Oh yes. Oh yes! So 1 times 1 is 1. Good. 1 times 0 is 0. 3 times 3 is... Yeah, we don't have anything there, I think. Yeah, that's one of them, but the next one should be 1. 0. Let me actually take... I want to take some images for the chat on Discord. Oh yeah. So again, Oh yeah, cool. So I'm just gonna drop some links in the Discord, and then we can take a break, I guess. Let me just do that first. Let me drop some links in the Discord. Okay, so yeah, I'll be back shortly. I'm just gonna go have some water and breathe a little bit. Be right back. I just cooked up some water using one of the electronic devices here, and I have a teaspoon of honey and just a squint of milk, or actually more than a squint, maybe a little bit more than that. I'm just mixing it up, the honey. It's actually from a local farm here in Norway, so this is gonna be delicious. I'm gonna enjoy this cup of hot water, milk, and honey. Sounds weird when I'm saying it out loud like this. Oh yeah, there. Oh, so sweet. I don't drink that much sweet stuff, so it feels good when I actually get the opportunity to drink something sweet. Yesterday we had the protein shake. That was like I don't know how you say it in English, but we call it luxus. Let's find a word for. Is it luxurious or something like that? Luxus. Luxury, yes, the protein, chocolate protein shake. After drinking delicious hot water for so often, you get a little bit sensitive. So sweet. Let's get back to whatever we were doing. And it seems like the type input stuff works. There are some bugs, so let's actually let's try to create a really good example. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just go find a multiplication table and then use that multiplication table. Let's see. So we can figure out, like now we want one that looks nice. You can use that as a reference. So yeah, we like them rounded rects. So we could create one with all numbers, but I don't have time for that, so we'll just do a few of them. Let's try some of the bigger numbers. Times 9 equals to 63. Not bold, but underline. But we'll let it be bold to see if there's any issues during testing. And 9 times 0 equals to 0. There. Yeah, actually, let me post on Discord. That is actually easier to understand, in my opinion. Cool. So, auto completion. Let's see. I think that's a really genius idea. Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's get back to it and finish this implementation, because the stuff we created now actually does work. Yeah, so I think we probably should allow people to mix both clothes and this new stuff, because it's kind of messy that you can't mix them. I mean, like, for normal people, they don't care different card types. They want to be able to create their card types. They don't care. So we need to... maybe it should be a checkbox instead of a select, because right now it's either or, right? Or one or the other. You can't mix them, so kind of sucks, in my opinion. Let's see. Let's go back to Anki here and then just do one more test, and then we can do a regression test. If the regression test passes, then we'll just push this to the dev server and then solicit feedback from people, because I have no idea if this works well in practice. So 1 times 1 equals to 1, and there's a bug there. The answer is still being shown. I don't know why that is. 0, good. This one doesn't work, and why doesn't that one work? We need to study the payload, so let's look at it. So it's it looks like if you make it M. Ah, thought so too. Thanks. We'll deploy it soon so you guys can try it out. Just writing on Discord in the background. It looks like bold doesn't work. Okay, so we'll just get back to that later. Doesn't matter for now. But we still should fix that it's showing the answer. We don't want to show the answer. So let me delete that. Let's see. Let's go back to VS Code and try to figure out what's going on. So the first thing, we just want to check it out. We're not going to fix it necessarily. I don't want to fix it. But we want to figure out what the hell is going on with this. Let's format the document. What is it doing with this 63? So in the 63 case, it's changing it to strong. But doesn't it still have an underline? It's kind of weird. Maybe the export feature is broken. I have to get back to that. It's possible that we could look into treating both bold and underline, or yeah, I have to think. Yeah, I have to think. Yeah, this is it. I really want to fix it, but we have to resist the temptation. We just want to support the proof of concept, and then we get feedback. That's the most important thing right now. So the bug we have currently is in the name. So let's go back to the deck parser and then treat answer is going to be the input, right? So the name is going to be mangled. DEVLOG. Right, this is the okay, it's currently looks like in this case here the parser is breaking down. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, let's see. Why would it break down in this case? Is there something in the parsing? Let's do that and then see. Maybe. I don't see what could be wrong here. There's absolutely nothing in the stage that points to something weird going on. I don't see where it could be. There's a bug somewhere here. But which one is it? Let's use color codes because we need to figure out which one it is. Which one is it? So let's see. Background. Yeah, okay, so. Could it be, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. There. I'll try with these, actually let me add a color to this one also. We'll use red on this one. The other ones are probably the same. Let me show you what I'm doing here. Notion, so you can actually see. I just changed the colors around so we can actually, it's easier for us to visualize it later. Hey FNIP! How are you doing, my friend? Or actually you were here in the previous stream. So good to see you. So here we have that part. So let's actually do the conversion now. We're gonna go up, pick our correct card type. And we're going to pick the treat underline as input again. It's working, but we need to handle just a couple of parsing stages. So let's convert that, download, and let's head on back to Anki here and import our deck. So let me just double check the timestamps. There we have it. So now if we, yeah, this one is broken for some reason. So this one is the 1 times 0, 0, okay, again. It seems like all of them just broke now. So why would all of them break? Could it be the card type? Did I miss something? Did I pick maybe the wrong one? It worked earlier. Okay, so let's go back to VS Code and figure out what's going on. Enable input. I see. We don't want that one. Yes. And let's also, while we're at it in the package JSON, delete this project here. We don't want to use it anymore. Oops, no, we don't want to do that yet. Just want to remove this one of remove. Good. There. Package. We are still working on this one project called notion2anki. You can go check it out on the website. Let me drop the link in the chat. notion2anki is it's a website that takes your Notion documents and converts them to flashcards. So just go check it out here. Let me drop the link in the chat here. So basically Notion is a note-taking program which a lot of students use, and then we have the other tool which is called Anki, which is for the flashcards. So Anki implements spaced repetition, and it's popular among medicine students. So it's yeah, it's really a really helpful tool. I use it a lot to learn stuff or memorize stuff. It's not really, you can use it for learning, and I do that too, but you should be careful with how you use it. It can take a lot of time. Cool. So hopefully that gave you an impression of what the tool is. Let's get back. Let's see. And we should, yeah, we're running on localhost. Let's try using it again. Word, failed to fetch. Is it not running? Dev server. There, now it's running, and we picked the wrong card type, so let's fix that. Want to treat underline as input, and let's pick the first one. And let's go back here to Anki and take a look. What in God's name changed? I don't know what's changed, but something has changed. And everything broke. Oh yeah. So now we have to investigate and figure out what broke. Could it be maybe the export is broken? It's unlikely, but it could be let me refresh, and we're gonna try many more times probably. That's how it works if we're gonna build new stuff. Convert, fail to fetch, we have to Let's refresh. I wish I added a retry logic there. That would have been good. We'll eventually update the form, but for now it works. There, enable input is turned on. And let's go back here to Anki and look at it. Let's actually browse the cards. I don't know if this is going to show up in there, but so I can actually see that there's something broken with something definitely broken. Let's log this. Mango. And then the answer. My parents moved here, frosting fire. That's what happens. So something fell in the kitchen. My washing machine is running there, so hopefully nothing broke. I heard like something fell down. Let's hope it's just a plate or something, nothing big. Yes, definitely the easy route, man. I was lucky. It's like winning in a lottery. Living in the best country in the world. No joke, like seriously, the best country in the world. I haven't traveled in into the Americas that much, but here at least it's amazing. So I'm 28, so we moved here in the late 90s, so I was essentially a kid when we moved here, so I'm pretty integrated. Yeah, so you're 2 years younger than me. I think it's fine. Like it's totally. If you're a minority, it's like a superpower. Essentially, your people are gonna notice you more. Most of the things you do. There are some people who, I'm not saying many, but there are some people who are just afraid of you because of your how you look. So that's just how life is. You have to accept that. Not everyone is gonna like you. I don't think there are any issues like that. That's not problematic. If you want to get laid, you can probably get laid a lot, regardless of your skin color or your background. Really, you just have to be a person that's. I'm guessing the girls probably just want to have someone to have a good time with. So if you're like good with communication skills, if you can have fun talking to people and going on dates, I guess it should be no problem. That's what I think. And yeah. Yeah, well, for all I know, you could be a girl. So I don't know, Frosting Fire. Just go search on the internet. I'm sure you can find some resources on that. Yeah, okay. So have you used notion2anki? We're trying to create a tool to help students all around the world. So if you haven't checked it out, please give us a star on GitHub. We really want the stars. We are currently on 10 stars now. What do you mean, worry about what? Oh, oh cool. So have you, if you haven't tried using notion2anki, we have opted. Actually, you know what? Do you speak German at all? I don't know how much German you speak, if you speak any at all. But you should check out Philip's channel. Philip is cool. He has some interesting stuff. Also Anki related, so if you're practicing German, you can... Yeah, this is an opportunity to learn more German. And also check out his video on notion2anki about our amazing tool. So give him a thumbs up on YouTube and subscribe. So what do you mean our? Our what? So we're trying to figure out what is going on. Yes, my amazing tool, notion2anki. Here, you can go. Let me drop the link in the chat. I thought I dropped the link in the chat earlier, didn't I? So this is what we're working on. What it does is, let me go and so you can see somewhere here it says creating free tools. Let me. How do I do that? There. Can you see that? So essentially what we're doing is we take Notion notes and then we create flashcards. That's what the website does. That's what we're working on. So, yeah. Yeah, reach out to Philip. Maybe he appreciates the compliment. So, yeah. Yeah, sure. So we are trying to add. You should check out Notion. It's gonna save you time, man. Also, it's a note-taking app. It can be whatever you want. You can create your own templates. It can be your calendar. It can be your task manager. It can be your recipe book. You can really put whatever you want, and it's very flexible. So it's very popular among medicine students because it's free. At least the basic plan, I think. And yeah, most of the users of notion2anki are medicine students. Yeah, we definitely recommend creating your own decks. So it works, it's very effective. But we have to figure out this bug here. What are you studying, by the way? Since you're that young? Yeah, I don't recommend using anything pre-made, really. Cool. So, if possible, try to make your own decks. You don't live in Europe? I assume most people who are watching are in Europe or America. Let's see. So if we go back to create, we can look at the parsing stages. Let's use the new treat underline as input. Bam. Yeah, by the way, you should join our Discord server if you haven't already, where we talk about notion2anki, do motivational speeches, and shit post. We also shit post a lot. So it's a culture, you know. Let's get back to Anki and look at it. I think it's still broken, but we should check it out. Let's check it out here. Yeah, it's broken. It was working earlier. I don't know what broke it. Seriously, we have to look at the parsing stages and figure out what is going on. So, writing payload, treat underline, input. Okay. Treat underline as input. Okay. Yeah, whatever floats your boat. Like if your goal is to learn effectively, then I wouldn't recommend using pre-made decks. But if you want to save time on making stuff on your own, then maybe using pre-made decks can help you. Yeah, are you really lazy? Like, do you know what the benefits are of making your own deck? or how effective it is. Yeah, it's not for everybody. Like if you prefer that, that works too. Like, but I would not recommend anyone to use shared decks at all. I personally think it's a waste of time because like you're learning someone else's writing and yeah, I see. Maybe if you were making your own decks, you would still be learning German today. You know, discipline. Let's see. So it looks like from the parsing stage. I think like the best time I've had a streak with Anki, using Anki consistently, has been when I made my own decks. It just becomes a pain in the ass for me if I use other people's deck. Yeah, I went to Switzerland. I heard that Switzerland was expensive, and that's the only place I've been that's more expensive than Norway, Switzerland, in my opinion. I've been to Japan. Japan is fairly reasonable compared to yeah, compared to Norway. Japan is good, and Sweden is even cheaper than yeah. Actually, I think Germany and Sweden, they're like super cheap compared. It depends on what you do. Like yeah, it depends. So if you're gonna be a software engineer here, I think that's gonna be fine. You don't really need to worry. Yeah, you can find some stats on the web if you search. I think there is, let me find, maybe I can find it here. Here you can go translate that one to English. Use Google or something. Let me find the other one. This is these guys probably spend a lot of time on the stats, so you can read up. Yeah, so we're trying to figure out what is going on. Yeah, I haven't really looked in that stats. I think I read it a long time ago, but you have to figure that out on your own. So just read it up. I'm sure you can find really good good websites on that if you just search on the web. I don't know how the visa program is. That's actually interesting. This is just something I've heard. I've heard like, but or actually, it's not that important. Like, why do you want to move to Germany instead? Like, if you compare it to Norway, people say that Norway is generally better. I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's what I've heard from people. At least the standards here are higher. Yeah, okay, so for the social minorities, I don't really know that much. But there are many Turkish people in Germany, and also probably other nationalities. So yeah, maybe Germany is more diverse. Yeah, yeah, depends on what I mean by weather. I have no idea where the Caribbean is, to be honest. I really don't know. The geography is not my strongest subject. So let's figure out what is going on with the parsing. So this worked a while back. I just don't know what did I change. I changed somewhere or something, and then it just broke. We have to go back to the manual. We have to read the manual and look at it. I have to rewatch this tutorial because I'm missing some point here. Something is not right.
Usually, Anki shows you a question and asks you to think about the answer. After you've thought about it, you click the Show Answer button and compare the answer you thought about with the answer displayed on screen. If you would like to type in your answer and have Anki automatically compare it for you, you can do so as follows. First, move down to the Edit button on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen and click on it. Then, click the Cards button up the top. Here we can see a preview of the front and back of our cards. On the front side, we have the state field, which is Alabama in this case, and on the back side, we have the state field, or the entire front side, and we have the capital city displayed on the back. We would like to type in the capital city. To do this, we select the field we're interested in on the back and cut it. And then on the front template, we'll paste this in. Paste. You can see the field is displayed here, but instead of showing it, we would like to type it in. To do this, move to the front of the field name and type in TYPE and then a colon. Make sure you use lowercase letters. For example, TYPE in uppercase is not valid. TYPE. You can see here we now have a typing inbox and we can type in text. Finally, for compatibility.
You don't have a good reputation yet, Alp. You're building your reputation. It's yeah, it's gonna come automatically. You just have to. Do you remember, Alp? Do you remember my shortcut or the reminder? Can you drop it in the chat? Please drop it in the chat if you remember it, Alp.
Ability with earlier versions of Anki. Please put an angle bracket VR angle bracket. This creates a new line between the front field state here and the typing box. Here we can see we've got the Alabama and then the typing comparison, but we've also got a line down the bottom. We can remove this just so we need. Okay, let's see how it appears when reviewing. Click the close button and close again.
Oh, that's not what I was referring to, Alp. You misunderstood me. Exactly. You have to write it in all caps. Please write it in all caps.
For example,
so people can actually see it on YouTube and around the world.
Entire correct result as well. If we get it entirely correct, we can see that there's just all green. Please note that the typing the answer feature does not automatically answer for you. So whether or not you got it
Nice, thank you, Alp. That's how you build a reputation, guys. It's very easy. Alp just wrote it. Do things. Tell people. Very easy. Let's have a fisherman's friend.
And change the editing font size to something larger, for example 20. And then the typing text goes here, and then the viewing will be larger, as well the comparison. And January, you can see the text is bigger now. You can also use the typing the answer feature with closed deletion card. However, the procedure is slightly different. Just quickly create a closed deletion card in the new deck. Just put in the default deck here, and set the closed deletion type. Okay. I've selected test and closed deletion based on this. Let's turn it to edit. And we'll go to the default deck. Okay, so we can see there's a closed deletion.
Yeah, so most of the advice, blah blah, a lot of expensive. Yeah, so Norway is expensive. I actually heard from some Germans who were coming here, and they went to this kiosk, and they were shocked of the price of one soda. It was like, I don't remember how much it was, but it was like 2 or 3 times more expensive than they expected. So if you end up buying a couple of things, suddenly you actually have a meal. Like you're buying just some small things, and that's like the equivalent of a dinner in Germany. That's what I've heard. So it's going to be expensive if you're not used to it. Unfortunately, that's how the currency stuff works. It's reality. And also they keep increasing the prices. I don't drink soda anymore, but I remember the first time, like many years ago, soda used to cost like maybe half what it costs now. So the price increases over time. Like, what do you mean religion is a problem? I don't understand. I didn't read all of the messages. They keep disappearing on the screen, so. Oh, okay, so you want to learn about other cultures? Yeah. I guess the best thing would be to travel. Travel and then read, learn, meet more people. Maybe you can go to culture course in Germany. Maybe they have that.
Close deletion here. I'm going to show the answer. Test is displayed. We would like to type in test. To do this, again, click the edit button on the bottom left and the cards button up the top. We can see we've got a slightly different template because this is a closed deletion card. In this case, we need to move down and type in, again, angle brackets to create a new line, and then squiggly brackets, type, close, text. Unlike the regular style of cards, closed deletions do not show the same part of the front on the back. They show something different. So this time we need to copy this hypertext and place it on the back as well. And the typing comparison will appear. So we've got type, colon, close, colon, text on both the front and back sides. Close this window, close this one, and let's give it a go. Tossed. It shows us the correct answer was test.
Could it be? Yes, I went to elementary school. So I started Norwegian school when I was 7, I think, something like that. And then, yeah, I don't remember when I dropped out. It was, I don't know the names. Is it high school or junior high school or something like that? Videregående. Let's find it on Wikipedia. Wikipedia can figure out. No, 5 years old. I think it's 6. Norway, it's 6. But I started a half year in secondary school. I don't know if that's the correct term in your language, but then I dropped out like 6 months into secondary school. So that's my educational background. So I never reached the university stage. But I've been to the university. You can go here, you can actually go and just watch lectures. Yeah, definitely self-taught. I'm very fortunate. I met some great people in my career, so... Let's see. On Twitch with 33 subscribers. That's amazing, right, guys? We're almost at 40. It's like 7 more subscribers and we're 40. It's gonna be cool. Soon we are 40 Twitch subscriber. Right now we're 30, which is good. So we have to figure out what is going on. I don't know what happened here. Something did happen. So I'm gonna try to change this back to the old stuff we had. Wait. So we're gonna add this here, and then I think we just have type colon. No, this doesn't sound right. Why would we have the... The template should include this. Create, close. I wonder... Ah, I found a typo, guys! No, sorry. I thought I found a typo, but this is not the typo. This is correct. It's supposed to use the... I'm just silly me. Thought I had a typo in here that I mistook it for basic model, but I didn't. It's correct. So we have the input model, we have the card name, we have the back, we have the input, and then the media. That's correct. So this is fine. Let's verify the input model. We have the front, back, input, media, blah blah. notion2anki, blah blah. Type, colon, input. Maybe we should have a new line. Maybe there's some compatibility issues with Anki. I don't know. Let's see. Front, type input, front side. So what did you like about Sweden and Finland, Alp? I've been to Sweden before and it's nice, really good people. I like the female voices. In my personal opinion, they sound really good. But other than that, Finland, I don't think I've been. I've been to Helsinki, the airport. Like, you know, when you fly, there's no direct flight from Norway to Japan. So you have to, normally, like the places I've been to is Istanbul. You can take the flight to Tokyo. And also in Paris, there's a flight. And Helsinki also. let's see. So we have to figure out what's going on. There is actually, I think, there might be some areas in Finland where they speak Swedish, where the population is mixed. Some Swede-Finnish people. I don't know any Finnish, so let's see. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here, but I don't know. Something broke somewhere. Finlandssvenska, ja. How is it going learning Finnish? There has to be something wrong with the Notion export. We need to look at it. Maybe Notion screwed us over with this export. I think maybe there's something wrong with the export. So let's open it up and then study it. Because this can't be right. The parser is working as expected from everything we've seen in the code. There's nothing weird. Let's format the document and look at the DOM here. Yeah, obviously the Notion... No, wait. Here it's correct. So, how are you, like, what do you use Anki for it? Do you have flashcards? If not, I definitely recommend putting that in Anki, and also use mnemonics, so you can have, what's it called? You can make associations with pictures and then memorize them better. Cool. Do you have a lot of pictures in your Anki decks? Yeah, I see. There's nothing wrong with the Notion export. It has everything. Yeah, sure. I'm still gonna make a new Notion export here in the side, because I don't trust it. I want to make sure 100% it's using the latest one. I just need to confirm it. And we're gonna call this latest. It's gonna be very easy. No ambiguity here. So if we click to upload here, latest, and then hit, yeah, I'm not running the server, so yarn dev server. To download, and of course I picked I picked close, which is the default. Let's pick latest again, and let me double check. Treat underline as input, convert. It says open toggle there, cool. So we can go to Anki and then import this thing. And actually, let's delete this deck, and then we're gonna clean everything. Check database, and let's see, check media. Oh, wait, check media. Let me delete, no, empty. And empty cars, yeah, cool. So We should now be able to import our new deck, latest. Oh, that's the wrong. I picked the Notion zip file. There. Let's check it out now. I have no idea what just went wrong. This A field, B field, A field, B field. It's obviously not using the parsing, the correct mode. So, because if we look at, there's only one A field, and it's this one, the basic model. And the basic model comes in if the data card type is not equal to enable input. Data card type equals to enable input, input model. Okay, cool. And let's look at the, we need to study the payload now. There is no way around it. There. Type nan, that's not correct. So the card type is correct. Card type, okay. Type nan. Yeah, we have to figure this out. Why would it say nan? Okay, that one is easy to fix. Let's try that. I think that should be something, right? Cheerio. Thanks. I'll try again. This is gonna take a bunch of retries, but we will figure it out. So let's treat underline as input, convert, click to download, and in Anki we need to clean up and then re-import. Oh, something is wrong. I think we might have run the wrong version of the server a couple of times now. So now I'm gonna make sure it's the right one. Oops. What? Yeah, let me run yarn build. Did it fail? Treat underline zip input. now we know 100% it's running the latest, so we'll do that. We don't want to force the user to type HTML, so it has to be text. This is fine. Let's see. There, bam. We're gonna open it, or actually we have to delete the old one first in Anki, and then we can open the new one, right? The moment of truth has come once again. Yeah, so it's not working. It looks like the input field is not being set correctly, because otherwise it would show up like this, right? That's what it's showed earlier. So let's look at the JSON payload again. Let's look at the JSON payload. Yeah, something is wrong with the input assignment, so it could be that it's being zeroed out. So let's see. I mango, and then answer v, and let's use a unique string here. Unique string, so we can actually see this stuff there. And let's see. I really want to get this out today in the dev server, so we have to wrap this properly. Let's see. There. So we can just look at the log here. Let's search for unique string. So I is 0, mangle equals to 3 times 3 equals to, the answer is 9, right? I only want to see this one. This one is correct, based on the position, right? And but looks like it's only doing it for the first and the last card. The other ones are left untouched. If and here is the option, which it means enable input. This one has to be a little bit more complex than that, actually. So it's going to be we should also check the fields, but leave it for now. I can actually write that down. Sanity check the card fields. So, see in card name, if we have a closed deletion, and or if we don't have one and we don't have card. Oh, can you see a syntax issue here? If not... I think I need some water. Let me fill up my cup. There might be some syntax issue in this line. We do this in Python. Oh, I can't. It doesn't look like it. There. There's a missing colon at the end. If not, see in card name and not type in card name. Model equals to basic model. Okay, good. I think we also should rename this. Create close Funny thing is, it was working earlier. Well, what did we change? I can't see like anything we... I don't see any obvious changes we made. Then we have to go back. So if we go back to the deck again, then v equals... So we have to just log this out. V, and then V. In case there's a issue here on the loop, let's just log the card too. There. I think now we should have really a lot of debug information. So let's see. Let's just hit upload, because it's the same setup. We don't need to do anything else now. Let's check it out. So the enable input mode has been there. It's using the... Here's the JSON payload, which is totally messed up. The card never had the value set, because the 3 times 3 had 9 there, so... You know, the funny thing is that the replace all seems to be working correctly, because why is it blank if... I don't see anything obvious. We have to look at the JavaScript. There's absolutely no way around this now. There's something wrong somewhere in the pipeline. Go see. And let's find it. Which one is it? So here's the methods. What does this mean? Okay, cool. It's just a concatenation. Good. And we'll answer. Then if we look at the usage, because this maybe there's a case sensitive issue here. Figure it out. It's the parse stage. It goes through the loop once and then it creates, yeah. Oh, I feel so stupid. Feel so stupid. We can't do this. This is not good. You have to change this to, let's add the true here. Just thinking about the default. How do we want the default to look like? Yes, we just want P then. There, that should fix the issue, hopefully. So, I think we removed the input, the uppercase, so we have to update the create close, the create deck, I mean. This is going to be answer, and we'll just let the input remain input, doesn't matter, regardless here. The moment of truth has finally come. Is this working? And Anki is already clean, so let's hit. Actually, we have to refresh now. So let's see. Treat underline as input. Select our file. Bam, convert it. Click download. And then we're gonna look at it in Anki, the moment of truth. Let's see. It doesn't work yet. It still doesn't work. And not only that, it even picked the wrong card type. Let's look at the JSON here. Yeah, something's definitely off. Can't see what it is though. I'm gonna go take a toilet break and then we can look at it. I just noticed that the video was running in 2x speed. I'm really sorry for anyone who had to endure that. Fortunately for people on YouTube, this is going to be edited out, So yeah, I was too fast. I heard Shia LaBeouf like speaking. Gotta work on it, work it. Yeah. So we have to figure out what is going on. So we can obviously see that the payload is being built correctly. Some of it is missing, yes, this is missing. So if we go back to the deck and then didn't it did we test the last version? I don't remember. Come on, this is embarrassing. Input, what does that even mean? Let's look at it. I have to get my act together. So embarrassing. Oh, yes. So many typos. This is one of the things I miss from statically typed languages. Like the compiler is like a police officer. Tells you when you do stuff wrong. You get punishment or nasty compile errors. Let's see, bam. Latest, convert. Looking good. Let's actually, instead of opening, check the JSON payload. This input is still missing. There. This is ridiculous. Okay, I figured it out. It's just silly typos. The function was never even called. I think that should resolve it now. So if use input, we can also double check that it's actually being assigned there. And this is a method which is called here. I think that was all of the silly mistakes. Hopefully, let's see, the moment of truth has come for the Xth time today. Let's look at the JSON payload. And now still broken. which song I'm gonna play when this works. Let's see. I think we're gonna use the Parse. Yeah, we'll use that as the debug output. Parse Input. Let's see, treat online as input. I'll go here, we'll pick the latest, convert it, and let's find xparse. Xparse. That's weird, it's never been called. Doing the same thing and expecting different results. Insanity. Let's see. Kinda getting hungry. So here's the input. Oops. Okay. Well, so the parsing, this looks correct, right? Then we reach, yeah, you can see the card is, oh, that's interesting. Thought we, that we have some caching going on here. Knew something was weird. Let's see. Let's look at the JSON payload now. Exactly. Beautiful. So we were hit by a caching bug. My bad. I should have definitely checked that earlier. That's life. So let's go to Anki and let's delete the sample we added, and then let's see if this works. If that works, then we can do a regression test and then deploy this version. Oh, it's not working. Okay. Let's try importing it again to look at it. Now let's see. That makes sense. Total sense. I want to try something. Let's see how that affects the... Let's see. We're gonna try one more thing. I think we're getting very close now. It should, any moment now, it should work. Just have to push, push, push. So if we go back to Anki, we can take a look at that. Let's see. Oh yeah, 1 times 0 is 0. Let's just write 3 for jokes. 63. So it seems to be working there. And I think we need to look up the string replacement. String replace Python. And then I'm going to deploy it. I think then it's ready. Or we have to actually do the, what's it called, the regression testing. So, great. And where is it? There. The final test now. So with this change, it should be ready for the dev server at least, and then we can discuss it. I want to solicit some feedback. Let's make sure we're running the latest version. Refresh, and treat underline as input. Data zip, convert, relays. Yet another typo. It's replace, not relays. Bam. Open it up in Notion. No, sorry, in Anki. And you can see it works. Bam. Bam. Amazing. And this one doesn't work because it's not... I think for some reason it's not working on all types. So we'll have to test and figure out that later. Cool, so let me go on the dev branch. Oh yeah, prototype or POC typing answers. Experiment with supporting card type for typing. Checking your answers. Oh yeah, I'm getting really hungry. I have to cook up dinner soon. Oof, I can feel it. Let's add, we're not going to close this issue because we might not use this implementation. It's just something we have so we can discuss this. Oh, this is issue number 3. Created this a long time ago. Dev git merge POC. Git I'm going to push all of the branches. So, no. Is that correct? Git push origin. Oh, I don't remember this. We have to look it up. Git push to Anki master. Oh, sorry. This is the Twitch studio. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting it. So I'm gonna deploy the release, and I messed up something. Let's see, git push. Actually, we need to search for this. I'm super hungry. We've been working on this feature for a few hours now, so I'm thinking about food. So I'm happy we added support for checking answers in notion2anki. It's only in the development branch now. We're gonna push it out, but hopefully we can deploy it afterwards. How are you doing, SafeGG? .com. Oh, thanks for the follow, man. Thank you very much. One more and we're on 40. We're gonna be up to 40, guys. We've been waiting for this day for a very long time. So, streaming for 2 years now, and finally, the 40 number is getting close. Thanks a lot, SafeG. So, we have to figure out what I broke. I don't think we can push. I can try to git push origin, like git push to Anki master. Maybe it will let me if I try hard enough. No, it's not gonna let me. Let's try. Please work. Please work. So, are you a student or a developer, or what do you do? It's looking good. This is the dev deployment, so that's good. Hopefully we can push the other one. to date, everything up to date. Bam, that looks good. Then we're gonna go to the dev, and then git pull origin. Oh wait, to_anki dev. I think that's what we want. Dev notion. Okay. I don't remember the remotes. Like, let's try this. Okay, cool. Git push dev notion, like that. This is gonna deploy our experimental. Not force, but we want to push our dev to master. I think that's what we want. Yes, that's. Now it's gonna deploy the new experimental typing in answer support. So hopefully this works. Dev.notion2anki.net there, and let's see. So in case you haven't checked out the project, SafeG, this is what we're working on. If you have a GitHub account, I would love a star on GitHub. We currently reached 10 stars, so it's a project to help students all around to be more successful with their flashcards. And also self-learners, so both tools, or all of the tools, are free. So you write your notes in Notion and then convert them to flashcards using this tool. So you use the flashcards essentially to remember. So it's a memorization technique which works based on science. No guessing games, just science. It works. So let's see. If I refresh now, let's check it out. This is, yeah, it works. Bam. So treat underline as input. Yeah, we need to redesign this site, but for now this is fine. I think I'm gonna wrap up. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you soon.